Dark Bishop Benedictus turns you into the black version of yourself, which is nice. Too bad I'm racist and I hate everyone with a skin tone darker than a Big Mac bun, so this card is 1 star. Any card that reminds me of the Spice Girls gets a 1 star. I don't care that there's a toad hat or that she's suffocating herself with that corset, but I respect the fashion grind. I mean, the Mailbox Dancer is a pretty neat idea, right? You pay the person dancing on the mailbox and then he falls off and dies. The only problem is dying means my opponent gets money and that minimizes my profit, so that's 1 star. Now you might look at the impatient shopkeep and think, man, what pack filler. I am totally gonna forget about this card. But you're gonna keep getting him from packs, so who's laughing now, huh? I'm gonna give this card a 5 star because if the shopkeeper is impatient, that means they're in a rush. The I can't even pronounce this card. 1 star. The Pandarian Importer has a really cool card mechanic where everyone thinks that they should not put good spells in their deck, so they can put this not good card in their deck to get that good card. But I read it as Imposter instead of Importer, and since Among Us has a 9 out of 10 rating on IGN, it's only fair to give it a 7.8 out of 10 because too much water. You know, as much as I want to yell, "Go forth, my peasant!" as I quietly reassure myself with tears going down my eye that I'm funny. But this card is redundant. You already draw cards at the start of your turn, so why is the text on this card? 1 star. Flightmaster Dungar reminds me of John Lennon. And I know what you're thinking, oh, John Lennon beat his wife, why would you say that? And yes, John Lennon did, but I got that information from a 30-second Google search, so take that as you want. Actually, I kind of made one edgy joke already in the video, so I shouldn't make another one, I'm sorry. So Flightmaster Dungar is already in the game, which means we already have an idea of how good this card will be. But unlike you simpletons, I'm a few dimensions ahead of you. I'm going to rate this card 3 stars, because when the expansion comes out, I can just say, it's just a niche card, it's good in some decks, I promise, it's a 3 star. For Sorcerers Gambit, you have to cast 3 different spells, and you have to do that 3 different times. And you might think all that effort isn't worth it for just spell damage plus 3. But unlike you plebs, I'm simply built differently, and I'm just gonna do it anyways. 4 stars, because there's always more room to grind! In Fire Sale, you sell, fire of course, and considering that it burns your side of the board, I think the businessman should be put out of business. That's a lie, of course. Where else would I get my secret supply of Hamtaro figurines? 2 stars because he ran out of Howdy plushes. I said this on stream, but cards that are named Demon Seed. 5 stars. Rune Mithril Rod fits perfectly in Warlock, where it can do Warlock things. It fits so well, in fact, that I wish they would take that rod and shove it right into their Control Warlock deck, so they can play it and shove it right up there. 10 stars. 1 for each inch. Now, I'm not gonna say this card sucks. Okay, the only problem with Elec Mount is that it says, when it dies, summon an Elec, which text makes sense if you look at Spike Ridge Steed from the old times, but it'd be nice to know the stats, and I want attention. So, I propose that the card says, give a minion +4/+7 and taunt, when it dies, delete Priest. 1 star. Unless they fix Priest, then it becomes 2 stars. Okay, just a disclaimer, the card rating at the beginning of the video is a joke. I don't hate people of color, I just hate the Chinese, okay? This card's a joke, right? Oh my. This card's cool for Hunter, a card that doesn't directly benefit Face Hunter, and is a support card for mid-range and control hunters. It's so good in fact that it can be found in the collection right next to the card Ace Hunter Kreen, where just like that card, it will too be overrated and forgotten. 3 stars for having the same name as my future wife.